Hello everybody, I'm Aaron Simmons, and this is Philosophy for Where We Find Ourselves, April 4th, 2020. This morning I was outside and was looking at this amazing patch of phlox, and it inspired me to think about something that I think is very instrumentally important right now, and that is resilience. Now, resilience is something that has been talked about by many psychologists over the years, and I'll link to some of that research in the description below. But as a philosopher, 4 things about these phlox I think we can learn and put into practice in our own lives. Number 1, resilience is not about denying difficulty or rejecting trauma, but about recognizing that it has a role in our lives and that it will not determine our existence and our meaning. Resilience, or what's sometimes called grit, is the ability to keep moving forward even when we have significant headwinds in our way. Number 2, it's important to recognize that these phlox cannot come back every spring, except as a result of their participation in an ecological community. Similarly, we cannot be resilient without the help of others. Notice, the phlox require the sun and the rain and the nutrients in the soil in order to endure the harsh summer and cold winter, to be able then to re-emerge resiliently in the spring. We require our networks of relationships, of friends, of family, of coworkers. Number 3, these phlox require rest in order to be able to come back in the way that we now see them. All of us who are dealing with this difficult time, one of the most important ways we can stay healthy is by getting adequate rest. So when we link arms and help each other, we encourage each other to be able to rest so that we can run a little harder the next day. And finally, it's important to recognize that resilience actually breeds new growth. It inspires others to become resilient. Now, what's really amazing about this is the way in which it's often unpredictable. These times are going to be times that yield unbelievable exhaustion, but also absolutely remarkable innovation. We are creating the possibilities for others to live in light of our own examples. Now, let me show you what I mean by this. Here's the original patch of phlox that I planted years ago. There is another phlox that has begun to emerge from the ground. Look how far away this is. I did not plant this phlox, and nonetheless, the work of those other phlox to keep coming back year after year actually birthed the seeds that made possible the new growth of the other phlox. What we do right now will not only define how we navigate this situation, but it will also invite others looking to us for examples of how they are going to be able to develop the virtue of resilience in their own lives for whatever difficult times lay in their own future path. So today, let's remember that difficulty is real, but it does not have to overwhelm us. Let's remember that we need community in order to be able to link up and move forward resiliently together. That we need rest in order to be able to gather the energy to walk and run that next mile. And finally, that if we can do this, if we can display resilience, that we will encourage others to do so as well. For all of you on the front lines, thank you for what you're doing. We all are in your debt. And your resilience inspires the rest of us to continue to do what it takes so that we can all get through this together. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you tomorrow unless a piano falls on our heads.